What would you do if your sibling was the exact opposite of you? You're a human being, they're not even a human at all. You're really smart, they don't even have a brain. This is what we're going to find out today.
I'm Aisha from Australia. Mom always said that my twin sister Eva and I competed with each other since we were in the womb.
Okay, so they're definitely both humans. So I think I misspoke in the intro. I took this way out of context. That's fine.
I was supposed to come out first, but Eva beat me to it.
Okay.
Growing up, I was a wild and carefree kid, while Eva was the complete opposite.
Do we have a new animated style on this channel, guys? This is a big deal for us.
She always had her nose in books, whereas my head was always up in the clouds. Mom liked that Eva did well in school and had her—
They have a kangaroo in their living room or in their school? Either way, that's pretty weird.
So she'd compare us a lot. She always wanted me to be more like Eva. But man, you only live once, and I was in no mood to be—
So I am definitely like the main character. I'm like the kind of kid who would daydream in class all day, so I relate to her.
I loved playing with model airplanes. We lived near an airport, and whenever I heard them flying over, I'd run out and wave to them.
I'm glad she was excited. I'm glad she was happy, because if that happened to me, I would be like borderline depressed listening to that every 10 minutes. Like, that'd be so loud. I couldn't do it. Aw, that's cute.
I knew that when I'd grow up, I'd be a pilot, and I'd fly away anywhere I wanted. I could never sit still for long.
Dude, that's actually crazy. Like, this is legit. I used to, like, when I worked, I would look up at planes and be like, wow, I'd love to be a pilot just so I could get out of this cubicle.
Always get in trouble for being too wild.
Didn't do that.
Once when I was 7, a mosquito
they do live by the airport. The freaking airport terminal with the people is literally in their backyard.
Me up half the night, so I decided to use my water gun to get revenge.
Bad idea.
But when I accidentally knocked over Mom's favorite flower vase, she was so mad.
I can relate to that. If someone broke my pots and my flowers, I'd be furious.
Aisha, that was so expensive. Why can't you be more like your sister?
Here, Mom, take my shoe. She deserves a good beating for this. It was an accident.
Oh my God. Can you imagine your siblings like,
here, Mom, she deserves a beating. Take my shoe.
That would be ruthless.
I just wanted to get that stupid bug.
Mom never raised a hand to me, but I think I pushed her buttons a lot. At school, I was super popular, and I had a best friend, Ryan. We'd play together every day. And he always picked me up on his bicycle, and we'd go for fun rides. I think Eva liked him, though. She'd always try and keep him from seeing me, and she acted weird around him.
Can you imagine? Like, yo, hey, I got you a banana.
She stopped us from leaving.
Do you think you can take me to the shop with you today, Ryan? I'll buy you some sweets.
You mean you'll steal some again? The shopkeeper told me you weren't allowed back there anymore.
He has no proof. Maybe Aisha stole them. Unlike you, I don't need to steal. I save my money instead of spending it all on books.
Dude, I'm gonna say it right now, never stole a thing in my entire life ever. I'm clean as a whistle.
I would have to study harder if I wanted to be a pilot one day. I'd never admit that to her, though.
Well, I don't think I legally can be a pilot. I think A, I'm too short. I think there's a height you need. I might be wrong, but B, my eyes are so bad. So bad. There's no way I could be a pilot. I can barely see out of these things. I'm surprised they work.
But I started working much harder. And by the time I was in 8th grade, I won the best scholar over her. She was so jealous.
Let's go.
To celebrate, Mom took us out for a picnic.
That's literally just a blanket, a cookie, and a drink. I guess it's a picnic technically, but we need some more food.
Eva pouted the entire time. That is, until a boy on a bike passed us and splashed me with dirty water.
Oh, yeah.
Now that is something worth celebrating.
I feel it.
You stop right now and apologize. To my surprise, he actually stopped and took off his helmet.
Oh, man.
Oh, my. Did I do that?
Oh my, did I do that?
Don't apologize, handsome. You're my new hero.
Would you just shut up, Eva? And you ruined my clothes, man. Wait, I have an idea that'll help. Suddenly, the boy picked up a garden hose and sprayed me down from head to toe. I screamed and covered my face. The jerk ran to his bike and rode off. Eva laughed all the way home, and I wanted to kill them both. Luckily for me, I got revenge when I beat Eva for head prefect of the 9th grade.
Head prefect? I thought that was a thing in Harry Potter. I didn't know that was a thing in real life.
She was so upset by the news that she tried to have a revote, but the senior class president said I had won by a landslide. Try not to be a sore loser, Eva. I won fair and square. If she didn't hate me already, she sure did now.
Dude, the amount I can relate though, because like my brothers are younger than me, but I still compete with them at everything I do. If they were twins, dude, I would lose it.
One day at school, I noticed a boy sliding down the railing of the stairs, and I realized it was that jerk who'd ruined my dress. As soon as he saw me, he started running, and I followed. but he was too fast for me, and I lost track of him in the garden.
He's just in your school? This is weird to me, I guess, because I went to such a small school, you knew everybody. So you're not just gonna see someone and not know.
As I turned around to go back inside, he suddenly appeared in front of me, holding a bunch of roses.
Those are not cheap, my guy.
Oh, God, those were from the principal's precious garden.
The principal has his own garden?
What kind of school is this?
Pretty roses for a pretty girl. I thought you should have them after I was so rude. You're in so much trouble. Those are the principal's roses, and
Why does that
gonna...
exist?
Shh. You always look so angry. Why don't you give those beautiful lips a rest? I'm Eric, by the way. He then took my hand and kissed it. You're an odd duck.
Yeah, I would say that.
He suddenly quacked like one. I couldn't help but laugh. Every girl was going crazy over him.
They do this a lot in these stories, don't they? They're just in love with everybody.
Including Eva. She did everything she could to get his attention. One day, she accidentally bumped into him, and her scarf got caught on his watch.
How?
When she giggled and said fate was trying to bind them together, he almost threw up. But
That's
Eric
funny, though.
just took off his watch and set it down on the table. There. Now fate is binding you to the table. The look on her face
Yo, that's actually funny.
And I had to admit, I liked his style. We began to spend a lot of time together.
He's very bouncy when he walks, isn't he? Like, we all know that one guy at school who bounces and walks. That's this guy.
I really enjoyed his company. And I was kind of falling for him too. But I was spending less time with Ryan now, and he seemed very upset.
Bro, I actually forgot who Ryan was. I guess she did too.
I told him he'd be my best friend no matter what. But he almost seemed jealous. Eric didn't like me spending time with Ryan either. One day while we were studying together in the library.
Oh my god. So just China. I'm reading China.
Are you trying to steal my girlfriend?
Ooh.
Why are you always around her? He grabbed Ryan by the collar and shoved him away from me. Eric, what are you doing? He's my best friend. He wants to be more, and he won't admit it. That was the first time I noticed Eric's possessiveness. I was so mad at him, but he begged me to forgive him. I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. Please.
Oh, that's definitely not gonna be true.
I couldn't help but forgive him.
Oof.
Maybe he just didn't know how close Ryan and I were. The next day, Ryan came over.
Y'all go to a pink school.
And he was so upset. Trust me, that guy is bad news, Aisha. You just don't know him like I do. Fine, whatever. Won't matter to me because I'll be leaving soon anyway.
You're
What do you
moving?
mean? I've been trying to tell you, but we haven't had a moment alone. I got a
Michael.
scholarship to a great school.
Is his name
and
Michael?
I'm moving out of the city. I can't believe you didn't tell me about this.
I can't believe that scholarships exist for high school because I didn't know that was a thing. Do you understand? Like, I feel like these stories are teaching me.
When do you leave? Why do you care anyway? I'll be gone by the end of the week, and then you two will never see me again. Goodbye, Aisha. With that,
No.
he rode off.
Aisha!
It was so sad
No.
to lose my best friend. Just then, Eva huffed from behind me.
No!
I can't believe how stupid you're being. What are you going on about? Ryan is totally in love with you, you idiot.
Okay, yes, I definitely agree with that. I think from all parties involved know that except her.
Checking it all for that jerk Eric. What? You're crazy. Best friends, and he's never liked me like that. You're so blind, Aisha.
I do agree,
but
though.
Fine, don't listen to me. As usual, Eva shoved me aside and stomped off.
Wow, the evil sister is like actually right and like not evil.
And I felt so confused. I tried not to think about it much, but Eva wouldn't quit. Whenever she heard Eric and me talking on the phone, she'd pull funny faces to distract me or start making a lot of noise.
She had a full-on trumpet. That's actually a pretty smart way to bother your siblings.
One afternoon, I lost my cool completely. Eva, what is your problem? Get over it. Eric likes me, not you. I don't want him. That guy's a jerk, and you're being foolish. He is no good. Yeah, nobody's good enough for me, but they're perfectly fine for you. You'd take him in a second if you wanted you. Maybe she finally got the message because she stopped nagging me about it.
Dude, the main character's kind of the jerk today, I feel like. This girl that I thought would be bad is like not.
One morning, I noticed Eva's door was open and her bed hadn't
That's
been
a big
slept in.
bedroom.
When I went in, I found a note on her bedside table. Mom, I'm leaving forever to live with my true love.
No way.
Aisha stole my childhood crush Ryan, and she didn't even want him.
Whoa.
Please give her poison in food. She took away all the fun from my life, but this boy is just a thrill. What? I didn't even know she was dating anyone. After this news, Mom had a total breakdown, and I had to take over doing everything in the house. She slept the whole day and was never interested in anything anymore. While all this was happening, I was still studying and dating Eric.
Whoa.
After we graduated,
Dude, that degree looks great. Mine's just sitting on a piece of paper on the wall.
proposed and we got married soon after.
You got married?
But I couldn't leave my mom behind. She could come live with us. He happily agreed, and he was the perfect husband.
Whoa.
But as his career took off, he started working later and later.
Guys, you know what I said about this being one of the MSA employees' real life story? This is the most like realistic story we have ever seen on this channel. Everything is realistic.
And I'd almost never see him. When he was home, he just wanted to watch TV or...
Dude, this is a beg for help from some lady that works there.
After some time, I decided I should finally start working on my dreams again. But when I told Eric, he did not react the way I thought he would. I know you have these dreams of becoming a pilot, but what about your mom? Who will take care of her if you're not around? We'll have to put her in a home, but if that's what you want, I'll make some calls tomorrow.
Oh no, this is terrible. This happened.
Eric was right. I couldn't do that to Mom. I immediately put my dreams aside. Mom came first.
Hey, mine doesn't, because she doesn't talk to me in years. What?
Later, I found out that I was pregnant.
Wow.
I was so happy. But as my time came closer, I realized it was going to be tough taking care of everything by myself. When I asked Eric if we could hire a housekeeper, he refused.
Dang.
He said we couldn't afford it, and he was never around to help me with anything. Even after our beautiful son was born.
Bro, we're just watching a broken marriage now. This is not what I thought we'd be watching. It's just crazy.
He'd always be gone working. He was cold and distant. He had no interest in spending time with his family. One afternoon, I was mopping the floor when I heard Mom scream. I turned around to see her rush toward the baby as he was falling off the bed. She caught him just in time, but she knocked over a flower vase and it shattered to pieces. When Eric rushed in to check what was going on, he lost his mind and began screaming at her. Have any idea how expensive that was? Money just doesn't grow on trees.
It does if you're Mr. Beast.
I was so shocked. And then, furious. Don't talk to my mother like that. And she just saved our son
Your
from
mom looks fine. She needs to go to a nursing home. She ain't even got gray hair.
falling off the bed. Don't start with me. I work all day to provide for all of you. Do you think it's easy? I work all day at home too. And I'd get a job too, but you never let me. Your job is here, in this house. That's where women belong. That's just your backward thinking.
You can't be saying that, my boy. It's 2022.
Earning a living too. You should be thankful to me, not giving me attitude. I care for you, your mother, your son, our son. If you're not happy with this arrangement, then why don't you leave?
Bro, this story is legitimately too real.
How you manage on your own. Who was this man I married?
What the heck?
I realized in that moment how wrong I'd been.
What?
And how everyone tried to warn me against him. Ryan and Eva, they were right. I packed my bags and we...
There's some girl watching this right now who's like 17, about to go through this exact same process in college, and now she's like, you know what? I don't know if we should go to the same college anymore. I've seen the future.
Eric didn't even try to stop me, and I had a newfound determination to prove that jerk wrong. We'd be fine without him.
I'll be honest though, I do like the dude's facial hair. He's a jerk, but it's a nice looking beard thing.
Got a job as a receptionist and moved us into a small house with my first paycheck. One afternoon after leaving work, I spotted a homeless girl begging for food.
No.
When I got a closer look,
It's
my
your sister.
world crumbled to pieces. It was
No.
Eva. When she saw me, she tried to run away, but
No.
I caught her and held her close. Where have you been, Eva? She told me how her boyfriend only used her for money, and when she lost her job, he left her with nothing.
I mean, actually, they're almost not opposites now.
I'm looking for us. I tried looking for you both, but when you got married and moved, I had no idea where to find you. I took her home with me, and when Mom saw her, she nearly fainted. My beautiful girls, together at last. Eva moved in, and I got her a job as a waitress so she could get back on her feet. We rebuilt our relationship over time, and
Okay, I mean, I'm glad things are getting happier, but did you keep your kid or did your estranged husband keep your kid?
we'd never been closer. Some months later, Eva and I were watching MSA videos on YouTube with my son when suddenly I looked up at the TV to see the news. A young pilot had saved a plane from crashing, and he was being called a hero. It was Ryan.
What?
Mr. Ryan, what
No, the guy, her best friend.
motivated you to become a pilot? I loved a girl growing up, and she was obsessed with becoming a pilot. She even insisted she'd only marry a pilot one day, so I wanted to be one.
This is so
before I
sad.
could tell her I'd cleared the pilot's exam, she told me that she had a boyfriend. I gave her up, but I'm glad I didn't give up on being a pilot. It's the most amazing job ever.
This might be the most wild story
I've ever seen on this channel.
I was speechless.
No way.
I
Me
called
too.
him up, and when he didn't answer, I left a voicemail. Days passed, but he didn't call me back. I'd almost given up hope when one morning someone knocked at the door. When I opened it, it was Ryan. He wore his pilot's uniform, and my heart nearly stopped. I finally found you after all these years. Ryan,
Wow.
you never said you loved me. Why? I'm saying it.
I like how she's blaming him. She's like, how dare you never say that?
I love you.
You don't even know her now.
So much has happened. I'm
You're
not
right.
the
That's
same
what I was
girl
gonna say.
anymore. I know about Eric, about everything. I don't
How?
care, as long as you're willing to give us a chance. I agreed, and being with him was amazing. And he was really good with my
Wow.
son, too. I told Ryan that I'd only marry him after I passed the pilot's exam, and he supported me completely. A year later, I had my first official flight as a working pilot. And when I landed, he was waiting for me at the airport with a
Oh,
ring. A deal's
my
a deal.
wholesomeness.
Will you marry me, Aisha? Yes, yes, I will.
That was a Disney quality ending. That was a Disney quality story. Peace.